these things always happen when my dad was out of town, which I am, I'm like, Dad, what's up with that? You trying to off us? So the first time we had the window shot out.
What do you mean?
Well, we've had several things. The first time.
Good morning, Twitch. It's so nice to be here this morning. I have to say that I was actually looking forward. I was thinking about this last night. I was having troubles going to sleep, and I was like, it's all going to be okay because I'm going to be on Twitch this morning with Tracy. And then we walk into the room this morning. We've got the chat rolling, and we see the most beautiful, beautiful chat I think we've ever seen, which was by Nail's Crib. I just hung up a call with a friend when I received the notification on Twitch. I'm just imagining you on your call with your friend. I gotta go. Click. That's amazing and awesome. Thank you for doing that. Right? That's a compliment. Like, it's a real compliment. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. I hope you hung up on him. I hope you didn't even say anything. I hope you just
like crank calling back in the day. Like, the louder that you hung up, you could feel the intensity of the hang up. Now today on digital phones, you just go click, and it's like silence, and then you can blame it on hey, what's going on? The service is bad. But back in the day, like, you could hear. Right? When you're pissed off at somebody or crank calls, like Greg and I used to do that. Shocker. Did you ever do that? Did you crank call? Like,
of course.
Really?
Of
yeah,
course.
But like, did you go? I mean, Greg and I used to get vulgar and
I didn't
gnarly.
Get vulgar.
Dude,
I didn't think it was necessary.
we were so aggressive on crank calls.
God.
No, Tracy, like,
were you the Bart Simpsons?
Worse. Like, I'm talking, like, imagine a little kid cussing you out on the other line.
My God.
Like a little, like, I'm imagining my son who's like he's 8 years old, but I don't know, maybe I was 10, maybe I was younger. I don't know. We were gnarly, man, and we would just cuss out the person.
Hello.
And then just go off. Like, can you imagine that? Like, some old lady and then some kid is like cussing you out and just hangs up in your face and then calls you back for more.
Do you remember when they started being able to call you back? Remember that first time someone hit star 69?
Oh, right.
And you're like,
uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's a problem. But today now you can't really crank call. I guess you could do the block. You can block your number kind of a thing.
It's just, it kind of loses its.
You just can't do it.
You know what he does to me all the time? We'll be talking. He's all, watch this.
No. It's not watch this. Watch. Greg, I know if Greg's watching, I think Greg was on. Bro, help me out, dude. Watch this. It's check this out.
Check whatever.
Dude, you got no. You got to get the lingo.
Check this out.
And again, this started.
It just goes dead.
It's the best thing. We're in the middle of a conversation. Hey, Tracy, check this out. And just hang up on her. But that started with Greg. Greg is the originator of check. Yeah, he did it. He started doing it.
You're giving him credit for something?
Got to give credit where
credit
actually due this time. Normally, we got to give credit where credit's not due, which means, like, I take credit for it. Give credit where credit's not due.
It's actually our motto here.
It is our motto here. But it's true. Greg
Ramon's laughing. Why is Ramon laughing?
Because Greg, he just said, seriously, check this out. Hang up. That's what he used to do that all the time. And then it just spread like wildfire. There's a lot of Gregisms. People don't know this. There's a lot of Gregisms that happen here. Thanks started with Greg. Like,
thanks.
We say thanks.
And then the whole total, like, just you walk in and you're like, you know how you just make that face, and you're like, what just happened?
Dude, there's like no explanation. Just walk in the door and it's either what an idiot. It's not hello, good morning. No. And we've talked about this on the stream, but it's usually what an idiot, or just like you're an idiot. Like, basically saying you're an idiot by doing that.
Yeah, and you're just minding your own business, walking in the door.
Yes.
But you get me with the hang-ups every time. But I get you when you call.
Yeah, every time I call Tracy, it's a different greeting. You know, usually it's hi-de-ho, like from The Simpsons, right? By the way, speaking of The Simpsons, I started watching, I think it's Disney Plus, there's all the seasons of The Simpsons.
Amazing.
So I started watching it with my kids, like family time with The Simpsons, my wife, my son, and my daughter.
What do they think of it?
They love it. They don't get a lot of the jokes, like most of them, but now hear me out on this, okay? And I really want to ask the chat. I want to ask you, Trace, but I have a different view of like education, okay?
Okay.
And for me, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I really mean this. When I sit down with my family and my kids and we watch The Simpsons, I swear to God, for me, this is like, this is education time. This is education on sarcasm, on humor, on like life lessons, on like delivering a joke. I think those things are so important in life.
Being annoyed in marriage, but still loving your spouse.
Correct.
Simpsons are
the ultimate at that. Like how much Homer drives Marge absolutely crazy, but like still, I love you, homie. You know?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you. But there's always that like endearing, like, oh, homie, you know, and she in the end, she
still
loves
wants to kill him.
She wants to kill him, but she still loves him. But I've got my son running around the house, Theo. He literally runs around the house and goes, ha ha, like constantly. Now he won't stop.
Dan and I do that to each other all the time. Like if we hurt ourselves, we're like,
it's so ridiculous.
Well, that's my whole life though. Like with my son too. Like our text message thread are just Family Guy quotes, pretty much. That's it, or a meme.
Yeah.
I raised him. No, when I was a kid, I don't know about you, but for me, when I was a kid and The Simpsons came out, that was horrible.
Oh, it
like
pushed
parents
the
couldn't believe that my mom and dad would let me watch it.
Yeah.
And it because he said eat my shorts. Like
no, that was a big deal. I swear to God. Robbie N. God, I'm so sorry if I'm like destroying your name. Please just slap me across.
I'll do it
the
for
face. Because I'm trying.
Anybody that types slap, I'll slap him.
Type slap, she'll slap me. Robbie NL roll on. I was watching The Simpsons back when they were on the Tracy Ullman show. Oh my God, on
she
HBO.
Was brilliant.
Yes.
And the graphics, the cart.
So good.
It was so raw.
Yeah, it was so raw.
Good.
Yeah, Tracy Ullman show was so good. Oh my gosh. Poor kid. Anyone remember from Family Guy? Do you like cake? Tracy would know. She knows like every. Do you know this one?
Cake?
You don't know this. I don't know this actually. I watch a lot of Family Guy, but she like literally.
Are we talking about the cake where they had the woman in the cake and she got stabbed?
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Do you like cake?
That's great. DJ Grace of Spades. I only know how old I am based on seasons of Simpsons, dude. So true.
You know what I have at home? Monopoly Simpsons.
Do you really?
I love Monopoly. I don't know if you know that about me.
I don't know that about you, but now that I know that about you, I'm gonna judge you.
So I had to buy The Simpsons
Monopoly,
and no one will play with me.
I'm still judging. I'm like trying to figure out, am I going to judge you negatively or positively?
Did you see the look Ramon gave me though? He actually looked over the computer and was like,
yeah, like
why even say that?
But it's very interesting. Are you good at Monopoly, Trace?
No. Not at all.
Why do you like it?
I don't know. I've always loved it.
You like the money.
I like the money. I like the money. And I don't even have money in Monopoly either. I suck at that part too.
Dude, I tried to teach my kids how to play Monopoly. And like Theo just like, he's like looking at the board and he has like no patience, right? Like a lot of kids now, they have no patience for these types of games. But he's like looking at the board and he's just like, he just wants to collect the money. And I'm like, bro, you gotta, you want to collect.
Take it off yours.
He is. He's like, I'm just gonna do what I do in real life. I'm just gonna take your money, Dad. And I'm like, listen, dude. You got to earn the money. You have to build real estate. You got to drop homes and then you charge rent. So like
it's good lessons.
It's a great lesson, but
Park Place, man.
Park Place. Absolutely. You know what I like doing though? I like hitting like the ones that are just not so popular, and just like once you get all three or all two, whatever the same color, then you can start building hotels and you can
Well, you
start
get
going
that
off.
one side that nobody ever wants, that and
Yeah.
this, like all the cheap ones,
Yeah.
and they're screwed.
And you're completely
And
done.
then I can't say no to the railroads and utilities.
Oh, I love
have
those.
to buy them.
No, I try to buy as much as humanly possible in the beginning. And obviously luck is a huge part of it. You roll the dice, and if you get the roll, you get the roll. So that you need to land on all three of those. But Theo's a little like, dude, this kid, man, we call him the negotiator. Okay? Because he is so like my daughter, it's like, hey honey, do you want ice cream? She's like, yeah, Dad, thanks. Okay, cool. Get her ice cream and she's good. Here's what happens with my son. Theo, you want ice cream? Can I have sprinkles? What? Can I have 2 sprinkles and also chocolate sauce? No, dude, you can't have 2. Well, then can I just have sprinkles? So he ups it, and then he knows to like,
Kid's smart.
dude, we call him the negotiator. And what's funny is, you know who named him the negotiator was Steve from Young Nails UK. Yeah, our distributor from Young Nails UK came to Los Angeles. This was like 4 or 5 years ago to visit. He's a good friend. Like we started way back. I mean, he kind of saved our family's business, really. Like he saved our asses without even knowing it. He was our first international distributor in Europe. And anyways, he came to visit, and he saw this going back and forth with Theo and I. Every time, like I would just offer Theo, and Theo was like, let me see if I can get a little bit more,
Like it.
And Steve came to me and he's like, Theo's a little negotiator. And I was like, that's awful accent, by the way. I'm so sorry if I offended anybody that's actually English. But
they wouldn't know because it didn't sound like it.
You know what's, dude, every time I do an accent, my wife's like, why are you doing an Arab accent to like do English? Or you do an Australian, but it sounds Korean, Habib. Like, what do you, because my mom's Korean, so I have this like Arabic English, whatever. Anyways, he's like, Theo's a little negotiator. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to keep trying it.
Just keep trying.
I'm going to keep trying. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you're right. This kid he's just really
That's
good.
Smart.
Yeah. So
He'll
anyway.
either be a lawyer or an evil genius.
Oh my God. I
There's
know.
no in between.
I know. It's tough.
But I have to ask a question about
Sure.
Monopoly.
Yes.
Park Place.
Okay. What
Money?
about Park?
Money or no money?
What do you mean money?
I
or no
really
money?
hate it when people play and they don't put money in the middle. And when you land on Park Place, you get the money in the middle.
I've never seen that. This is like a little extra like pizzazz.
Never played that way?
No, you put money under, like you guys are gambling?
No, so like whenever you get a fee, like when you pick up the cards and there's a fee. First of all, I put $500 on the middle, right out the gate from the bank. From the bank, it sits there. Then anytime you land on go to jail or you have a fee from a card, that money goes in the middle. And then if you land on
Park Place,
you get it. Not Park Place. What is that called?
Boardwalk?
Free parking.
Oh, free parking.
Free parking.
That's actually, I like that. That puts a little twister-rooney, Trace, on the game of Monopoly. It's kind of nice.
I play that way, and it really bugs me when people are like, no, we don't play that way. Well, I don't play.
Yeah, that doesn't bug me that you just simply will not play if they don't play your way. Sounds like it's happening.
It's real life.
It's real
I'm not
life.
playing.
I'm not playing. Suddenly you revert to like you're 6. No, mommy, where's my ice cream? And I want syrup.
2
and
sprinkles.
Sprinkles, man. Oh my God. I want to ask.
Yes.
Okay, I need to ask just Ramon and Tracy and even Greg, okay? Because like I'm observant. I look around and I check things out, okay? This is my water bottle, right? Big, giant water bottle. Talked about it like, I don't know.
100 times?
100,000 times on the stream, right? Take my drink. I carry this thing wherever I go. So inspired were Ramon, Tracy, and Greg that they all got the water bottle.
Ramon has his.
Oh, do you bring yours in every day?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a little Arsenio Hall, bro. Ooh. I'm aging myself. Anybody remember the dog pound? Ooh. Arsenio Hall.
Amazing.
Anybody? Okay.
Of course.
Thank you. Where's your water bottle, dude?
It's at home waiting for me to buy that box of wine. So this weekend,
Have you even opened it? Have you
It's
even?
been cleaned.
The alcohol will actually clean it.
And you know, you had to tilt the box of wine. So you tilt it out of the fridge, and then you. It's amazing. And you put ice in there, and it's cold. And when you're floating in the pool, it's perfect.
Okay, have you used it? Is what I want to know.
It's been washed.
Okay.
No, I have not used it.
Okay, but is the plan really to use it with box of wine and ice?
Of course it is.
God, dude. You're not kidding.
I am not kidding.
Okay, and you just gotta. Okay, and I'm gonna ask Greg. I don't know, Greg, if you're on the freaking chat, where's your water bottle, dude?
I've seen him bring it a couple times.
Couple times, but come on, man, we gotta stay hydrated, bro. You and me, getting in shape. Her.
And I will say, when my son came to visit, he opened the cupboard and he's all, "What's this?"
He's ready to make fun of you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, everybody.
He knows better.
What do you mean he knows better?
I don't drink water like that.
Tracy, you.
Water in here.
Yes.
Sometimes I have iced tea. There's water in that.
There's
And then
also,
I have water. I have a big, like, I think it's 32 that I drink at night.
32 what?
Ounces, like a big Kirkland water bottle that I'll drink at night. Not the whole thing. That usually lasts me about 5 nights.
Nice.
I even take my pills with coffee, by the way.
Oh my God. I can't talk. What am I? Oh my God. I used to drink 8 coffees a day, dude. I'm
Dude,
like, all of a sudden I'm
Diet
shocked.
Coke? Yeah, you're all better than me. Don't judge me.
Dude, I'm not going to judge because are you kidding me? Like, if it were my choice, like, this is what, like, everything is changing for me, right? Because my God, there's 80 things in my head right now. I'm trying to focus on one freaking subject, and I swear to God,
It's never going to happen. Why would you even try?
This is what I was going to say, all right? This is what I was going to say is, like, I work out every day, right?
Yeah.
I go, I train jiu-jitsu, I call Tracy. It's like my routine. I call Tracy after what's going on. Hey, what's the updates? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but in training so hard, I can't eat sludge anymore because I will die.
Sludge is so good.
Sludge is so good, dude. Jack in the Box tacos, so good, bro.
Your mom bought them for me yesterday.
Did she really?
Yes. That's what we had for lunch.
No.
Uh-huh.
Did Greg have some?
No.
Just you?
She didn't offer him anything. He said, I'm going to go talk to Mom and see what's for lunch. I said, she went and got Jack in the Box, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
So you had Jack in the Box tacos?
And then she brought me a spring roll, too. So I had a spring roll.
From Jack in the Box?
And 2 chicken tacos. Or 2 tacos.
Dude, that's a good lunch, man.
It was amazing.
But Tracy, I'm telling you, like, even coffee, I used to pound and pound and pound and pound. Obviously, you know that, right? I work with you in Diet Cokes, how we used to, like, take that down. Like, I mean, it was out of control. Pallets, out of control. I can't. It's like, it's ruined and improved my life. Ruined in the sense that I can't have what I want anymore. But in the other sense, like, obviously, I feel really good. But then on the flip side of that, I have nights like last night where I'm so sore. Have you ever had that? You're so sore you can't go to sleep?
When I was CrossFitting, yeah.
Dude, I'm like in so much freaking pain.
No, do you take any like ibuprofen before you go to bed?
I probably should.
Yeah.
I need to like lessen the.
I do that. I like sit there in pain and won't get up and take anything.
Oh my God. Look at this. I love this. Kelly nailed it. Going back to Monopoly. Free parking is a jackpot. That's awesome.
Yes.
Created by Cooper played that way too. Mint Attic, my boyfriend and I like to make different accents and make jokes that we have to be careful because we don't want to offend people, but we like to joke around. Totally understand where you're coming from, but like it's like in the same way that when I go to another country, it's funny to see them do like a California accent.
Oh, they
or a US.
all have to. That's the thing. They want you to do their accent.
Yes.
They say, do it. And you're like, no.
And I try, and they just die laughing.
And then they're like, I'll do a California.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, bro. It's so real though, because in the late, geez, man, I'm really dating myself here, but in the late 90s, I moved to New York City. Okay, for like a 6-month period, and I was working in this restaurant. Okay, I was
the one you lied to.
The one I lied to, and I got a job as a server. And the first day, everybody's like, "Oh, you're from California," and I was like, "How do you know?" They're like, "Dude, you have an accent." I'm like, They didn't say dude. That's me. You know.
That's California.
That's California. And like, you have an accent. I'm like, I don't have an accent. They're like, you have a California accent. The way you talk, the rhythm of where you go. You say dude and bro constantly. And I'm like, do I really? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like, bro, dude, I do.
Dude, bro.
I remember going to Ireland for the first time, and I love your accent.
Yeah, you're like, what are you talking about?
I don't have an accent. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. It's hysterical.
I have my own little accent. Habib was confused about what I was trying to tell him earlier today because apparently I don't talk right.
What? Oh, yeah. No, but Tracy has, we've talked about it here. Tracy has her own words. Like you do. Tracy, you actually have, and I remember I tried correcting you before, which is just so stupid. It's like so lame, but I tried.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No, you're like, okay.
I don't care.
I know. That's the beauty of it, though, is like you could give two Fs. You really don't. And it's beautiful because you have your own. There's one word in particular I can't remember right now that you say, and you say it wrong every time. But I don't even.
An or
no.
I
no,
have
no,
a
no,
lot
no.
of them.
No. It's I'll try to remember it. You put like an NST, like an inst or something at the end of this word. I don't know what you do, but it's something. And now I know, like in the beginning, I was like, is she saying this? And it's like, oh, okay. And I remember I tried correcting you. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. And it's just like, dude, shut up, bro. You know? And
it's just how I say it.
I've learned.
I am saying it that way. It's my usual thing.
Yes, that's how you say it. But you really do have your own vocabulary. It's very interesting. How did that develop?
I think from living all over the place, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Kelly nailed it. Tracy's accent is military brat. I totally get it. That's kind of, there's some truth there, right?
Oh, very, yeah.
Because I don't know if people know this, but like Tracy has like the most interesting, like her growing up, how do you call it? Growed upness?
Oh, well, now you're just making up words too. I've grown up.
Grown upness. Like her upbringing. Was like interesting. Like, what was the deal? Can you share a little bit of that? Because it's super interesting.
So I was born in Fort Lewis.
Nobody cares. Just kidding.
Fort Lewis Army Camp. So yes, I was a military brat, and then my dad went from military to law enforcement. And then he was chief of police, and then from chief of police he went into U.S. border customs, and then from that he went from special agent customs.
Right, and he did like
international drug smuggling and unfortunately child pornography.
Yeah, and also like wasn't there like undercover and
he used to fly into Colombia. We've had hits out on the whole family before.
Right.
Yeah.
Like where you had to get out of the house.
We had to disappear. We've had people shoot out our windows. Yeah.
Dude.
And then by time it was all done, he retired special agent in charge of Homeland Security.
That's right. I remember. That's right.
In Washington.
Yeah. Don't mess with Tracy. Okay. This is why I'm very careful. I tread lightly. And gotta be careful because literally one phone call and where's Habib? Tracy, I don't know where Habib went. He was kind of an asshole yesterday and now I don't know where he went.
Tracy, why is there a shovel in your hand? Gardening.
And why is there you've been doing work?
Working hard,
exactly. Okay.
So military, yeah, kinda, yeah.
That's awesome. Mint Attic. Wow, okay, that's why Tracy is gangster AF. Tracy is gangster.
Yeah,
that's gnarly.
Struggled.
Well, how many schools didn't you literally every year you guys moved? You had to move,
I never
right?
went to a school longer than a year, and there was times that I went to two to three schools in a year.
And then eventually you just got homeschooled because it's like this is ridiculous.
Ninth grade, I finally was like, I don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
I hated school anyway. And then so ninth grade, I started homeschool.
Yeah, dude. Shooting at your house.
Can I tell you this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is the craziest.
It's hilarious because my dad's like my dad, and my mom, complete polar opposite
of your dad.
Oh yeah, and so these things always happen when my dad was out of town, which I am, I'm like, Dad, what's up with that? You trying to off us? So the first time we had the window shot out.
What do you mean?
Well, we've had several things. The first time, living in El Paso, Texas, and all of a sudden, just the curtains start going, phew, phew, and it's like, what's going on? We're watching TV. Danny, I forget the show. I just remember watching it and this happening. And my mom is the worst person to have in a panic situation. Hands down. The worst. And so my dad had left a gun for us. And so my mom and us are crawling down the hallway.
Oh, my God.
To go get the gun, okay? So my mom gets the gun, and she cocks it and then hides it. She wanted them to know we had a gun, but she didn't want them to get the gun if they broke in. Mom, they already have guns. They're shooting out the window.
The bullets coming through the window.
So then we crawl back down the hallway to the front door. My mom opens the front door, and she goes, help. Help.
Wait,
Mom.
Wait. Are you doing that, imitating her, like actually screaming, or nothing was coming out of her voice?
Help.
So there was
loud.
nothing.
Nothing. Mom, what are you doing? I don't want them to hear.
Oh man, that's awesome. Your mom, dude, listen to me, Tracy. You got to cut your mom a little slack. There are bullets coming through your window, and you guys are army crawling through the house. You got to cut her some slack, dude.
We make fun of her so much for it.
Oh my
Just
God,
randomly, me and my sister would
brutal.
walk up to her and go, help.
You guys are brutal, bro. What happened? Did they eventually leave?
They left. That we were
like
able to get
like
next door, call the cops. Fortunately, they took off. But yeah, that was just one of the times, and then we've had different situations where my dad had to disappear for over. I really thought it was like a month. It was over 6 months that he
was gone.
Yeah, he was gone, and then we had to hide somewhere else. They didn't want us together because it was for the whole family. So,
dude, that's like real. That's stuff you see like in the movies, like intense. That's super intense, man.
I don't even I talk about it. It just seems like normal life. Like it didn't.
Well, it was your normal life, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem all that big.
Well, I can tell you it is. Okay, I'm here to tell you that is, oh my God. Yeah, Rita74, your mom is hilarious. Sounds like your mom was in shock. Thank you. Lizzie B08, thank you. Your mom was in a state of, I don't know. She
literally is the worst person to have in a panic situation, though.
I know, but dude, when people are shooting through your window and house and you're seeing the curtains, what are you going to do?
But she's pretty funny. I remember the one story of her stealing my dad's cop car.
She stole your dad's cop car? Why did she steal your dad's cop car?
Well, because he was downtown in a parade, directing a parade, and she was annoyed. So her and her friend thought it would be hilarious to take the cop car and drove by with the sirens on, waving at him. So she has a little.
So was it at like a classic black and white, or was like an undercover with like the?
No, this is when he was chief of police.
Oh, okay. So it was like
it was a police car.
It was a police car, and your mom took it. I love your mom. That's amazing.
Parade, driving by, waving at him,
like doing the. That's all. Your dad's like probably freaking out.
Carol.
Carol. That's so awesome. Oh my God, that's so great. Rock me my nails. Tracy's like Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs. Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket.
I'm gonna kill your dog, man.
By the way, that's like one of my friends and I would reenact that scene of put the lotion in the basket.
It's kind of weird.
It's so weird. And literally just the guy's voice, because he had this put the lotion in the basket. Like we would walk around and just, that's how we would talk to each other. I think it was for weeks. Dude, I'm hungry. And you know what's funny is we actually kind of do that today, Tracy. When you know how Greg and I do that voice of bro, it's time. Greg and I do this voice.
It's still the same voice.
I think it originates from lotion, basket, silence, lambs.
Let me ask you this. I guess there's a new one coming out, right, Ramon?
Is there really?
Yeah. A TV show?
Ooh.
Are you going to watch it?
It's a prequel.
A prequel?
Oh, it's a prequel. You know what, man? Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster.
You can't beat that.
Were just absolute legends in that. I mean, Anthony Hopkins, just Jodie Foster too. They were so good in their roles.
Yeah.
That was such a good movie.
It was a good movie.
And like the villain was just so gnarly. You know what I mean? Like sewing
Yeah.
I mean, he was so dark.
It was dark.
I know what you're thinking about. I know what you're thinking about. The scene where he's like dancing and yeah. I know what you're thinking about.
They have a Family Guy.
Family Guy of that?
That does that
Do
one.
they?
Yes. Hilarious.
I'm sure that has to be good. Oh, I like that. That lady geek. Side note, Tracy, how is the puppy? Great question. Update on
Okay.
name. First of all, name.
Name has changed to Raven.
Okay.
I call her Ray.
So it was Raisin,
Raisin. Yes.
and then it went to Ray,
we couldn't think of any name to change it to.
and then it was Missy.
And then my husband kept on calling it our dead dog's name. And then all of a sudden he started calling her Raven. I'm like, where would you get that name? I like it.
It's a good name.
And it works for Ray.
It's a good name.
So someone misunderstood what he said when he said raisin, and they're all Raven. And he's like, oh, I like that. I came home the other day, and there's another dog in my house, Baxter, one of the ones we had previously.
Right. Oh yeah, he's now there, right?
Yes, because my husband decided that she was lonely. And all these two do is chase each other around the house. This morning, I'm laying down.
Wait, your husband, the dog, and your husband?
No, the dog.
Two
the
dogs.
dog.
Okay, I was
and
like, that's a
they
hilarious
like to do
scene.
it on top of me. Like, this is where they like to fight. And I'm laying in bed this morning, 6:30 in the morning, and they're just.
That's the best.
I'm like, when is he leaving?
That's the best. You don't want Baxter to leave. Why don't you guys just call, dude? Raven needs a playmate.
Stan's home all the time.
Yeah, but Stan's not going to chase Raven around the house,
He will.
does he?
I don't know.
That'd be weird. Can you film it? Can we bring it here on the stream?
I showed you the pool. She loves the pool.
Yeah,
she has
yeah,
a pool
yeah, yeah.
float now.
Yeah, she got a pool float.
That's where she thought she was safe from Baxter. She's in the middle of we actually put it in the jacuzzi for her a lot, and she's in the middle of the jacuzzi barking at him, and Baxter just jumped right on it himself. So they're out of control.
Well, I think you should keep the dog, Tracy. So and I think the chat agrees with me on this. You should find a way to keep Baxter. I think Stan is planning. I think he's planning, but he's not going. So here's just a little like backstory. Like Stan's not going to be the one that's going to be like, I want this dog. You know, he's just not going. It's not going to happen. But he wants the dog. But he wants Tracy. Tell me if I'm about it wrong. He wants you to be like, we're keeping.
That's
the dog.
how he does everything.
Smart
Houses.
Man. Houses.
I've bought every single house we've had.
Yes.
And every time he's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then he's like, oh, I'm glad you did that. Every time. Dogs, every time. I don't want the dog. I don't want the dog. They come home. Oh, it's my dog. You know, but anytime he can, he'll say, You brought it home.
Yes.
So.
But it's worth it. And you know that's how it works. So why are you going to fight it? Like if you called Baxter's mom right now and you said, hey, I want to keep the dog, you think they would let you keep it? Would they be like, cool, awesome?
I don't know.
Why don't you try it?
No.
Try it.
I don't want to. I don't want
Tracy,
two dogs.
Raven, you saw how much Raven loves. What's going to happen when Baxter goes bye-bye? Raven is going to be so bummed and so, right or wrong?
Well, Stan will have to figure it out.
Oh, come on. That's not going to happen. Come on. You have to figure it out. You have to do it. I love Tracy going from 0 dogs to 2.
It's
gonna
like,
be awesome.
why? I have to leave town next month. And of course, I'm the one that has to figure out what we're doing with the dog because I run it home. Then I'd have 2 dogs that I have to figure out.
Tracy, you'll figure it out, okay?
And these 2 together, like she's the goat. She climbs everything. She's raccoon, goat,
full-on
and cat.
goat.
So, and then she knocks it down for Baxter. And like, no, not together.
Yeah, it's just Lizzie B08. It's only fair, Tracy. You take trips without telling the husband. That's funny that you know that we'd be at a show in like Chicago, and like we'll be at like having dinner, and like all of a sudden she goes, oh my God, I forgot to tell Stan. I'm like, Greg and I are like, what? She's like, he doesn't know I left town. I'm like, how does your husband not know
You've
that you...
sat there when I've gotten the phone call on the plane. Or
dude,
when you're coming home. Oh.
I'm out of town.
I'm out of town.
Yes.
Sorry.
Like,
Oops.
Hilarious. That is so true.
And you know what's funny? We just have that kind of relationship. The whole time I'm out of town, I never call him.
Yeah.
And he never calls me.
Yeah.
We're
I kind of have that same relationship with my wife. Like if I'm out of town for work, I don't call every night.
I just don't.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because
if I think about, hey, babe, text him real quick. But
I'll do that. Like we text. But if I called my wife and I was like, hey, she'd be like, what do you want? And I'd be like,
something wrong?
Just wanted to say hi and okay, I gotta go. Because Mavette's hardcore. She'd be like, do you need something or what?
What? You know those people that talk to their mates like,
what's going on? What are you
for
doing?
like a half an hour?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know everything about you. There's nothing you can tell me.
Like Mavette and I have really good, like we talk about stuff that's going on or like
when you're home.
When I'm home, we have these like we or different shows we watch or documentaries and like we talk about them in like we go deep and a lot of the times we disagree and that's where the fun is, right? It's like we're
because Habib likes to argue.
I don't like to. Okay, I like to argue. I actually do. I like to make my point. Okay, but I don't.
I would never argue with Mavette. I know I've said that, but I don't know why you do it.
It's actually stupid, and I've learned. I'll be honest with you. I have learned to just. I'm not kidding. This is true. Okay, I'm not just saying this because, like, it's the right thing to say and like all this BS. I'm telling the truth right now. Here's the real deal. I have learned. Okay, after being married for 14 years, that there is a time to shut my mouth and walk away.
Which is every time.
No, you're right, because in the heat of the moment, I have learned not a single damn thing gets accomplished. Nothing. So
just
it's
makes
like,
it worse.
It's because we're both heated. And she just looks at me like this. I'm not kidding you, Trace. But and it like
you see the look?
She's just like, it's like this, and it's scary.
Yeah,
and I'm
that would
like,
scare me too.
I'm like, oh God, I see myself just shoveling, and I'm just digging the hole deeper, and then like all of a sudden I'm in the hole, and I'm like, and let me tell you one other thing, and I'm like filling the hole.
You're doing the Step Brothers,
dude. I'm like literally burying myself.
I thought you were dead.
So I have I've learned like walk away, cool down, and wait until we get into our therapy session to bring it up again.
Therapy. I've never done that.
Third person
Probably
is in the room, and like we still it's been for me. I can't speak for everybody, but just for our relationship, it's like we have a third person, and then it's like we can say the things, and then it's like, and then she'll open up and listen, and then I'll open up and listen, and then now we can actually have a conversation.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does a therapist ever look at you like, shut up?
Yes. Actually, what the therapist does is like, she's like, okay, Habib, okay, hold on.
Can the therapist come here?
Dude, I could get a session going. Like, she's amazing. I have a lot of things going. I got a lot of issues, people. I got a lot of issues. I have one therapist that I've been going to since I was in my early 20s because
same one.
Wow. I have a
she's not tired of you yet.
Dude, she knows me. Let me tell you, this woman knows me better than she knows me.
Yeah.
All the bad.
She knows all your BS.
She knows all my BS. I love her. She has and what was funny, this is what's interesting, is I was in a relationship sorry, clear my throat. I was in a relationship before my relationship with my wife, and I was working a lot. This is like in the beginning. This was like 2002 to 2004, and I was in this relationship, and I was working a lot. This is when we're trying to build Young Nails. We were in an awful place, right?
Yeah. And you got to be working 24/7.
24/7. So this is the girlfriend where I would come home and I would have the key in front of the lock, and I would slowly put it in and just go like, oh my God, I got to go in.
Maybe she'll be asleep.
Maybe she'll be asleep. Exactly.
Eggshells. I hate that.
Dude, eggshells, huge, because I would just get hammered for working so much, right? So she, my ex-girlfriend at the time, my girlfriend at the time, she was like, you have issues. You need to get therapy. I'm a very open-minded person. I really am. Like, I will try. I'm down to try things, right? I've always done that in my life. I've gone from, I'm going to be a doctor to musician. I'm going to try everything. And I love the process of experimentation, even with my own self. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll do it. So I called I remember I called like 5 different therapists, and this one, her name is Dana. She's incredible. Dana was like, you know what? Why don't you come down? We'll do a free session. If you like me, I like you. If it works out, we can keep going. And I was like, okay. So I went down and I loved her. And I'm like, I want to keep this going. So after that first session, I remember I came in for my second session and I started talking. She's like, okay, what's going on? You know, and like, you know, I know you're having issues, relationship. So I started telling her about what was going on in the relationship. By the end of the second session, she's like, you need to get out of that relationship.
See, I was going to ask, do they literally give you direction, or is it just kind of like, well, how does that make you feel?
No, mine is very, so she does, it's like, she basically she has given me recommendation. Like, Habib, listen, like, she's so honest with me. Like, that's not a healthy relationship, and you should probably get out because it's not going to get any better.
Right.
And
toxic.
It's toxic. And even to the point where she's like, you know, why don't you bring her in? We'll do a session together and let's see. And so I did. And after that, she was like, no, like I'm just telling you, it's not gonna work.
Interesting.
So that was kind of the motivation, you know, that and one of my really, really close friends, we were just hammered one night. And we're actually at my apartment. I'm gonna forget this. And he looked at me and he goes, dude, you need to break up with her. Like
honesty came out.
Honesty came out. And I was so mad at him. I was like, you're such an asshole. And you're such a I was so pissed.
That's my woman.
That's my girl, bro. Yeah, don't you talk about my lady. And like just wasted, dude. I was so out of my head. I don't know. I was on like 18 different substances probably. Who knows? But that combined with the therapy, the irony was like she's the one that was like get therapy, and that resulted in us. And I bought a ring. I was like,
you did.
I did. I bought a ring. I was like, I was gonna propose. And here's the thing: like I bought the ring, and I held on to it.
Yeah, that's a sign.
That's
right
not a good sign.
Yeah. I remember when I first met you, you had been dating her for years.
Yeah.
And people were talking about it one time, and I remember looking at him and I'm like, he's not going to marry her. And they're like, what?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You met her, right?
Uh-huh. I said, he's not going to marry. Well, why not? I said, because it's been years.
Yeah.
And if he hasn't, and any time we would tease you about it, it was...
Yeah.
You were guarded about it.
I was guarded about it. I was very defensive. And I see here in the chat, like, usually therapists don't give out advice, and you're right. You're right. And I would ask, you know, like
Opinion.
I would ask, like, I don't know what to do. What do you think about this from your professional opinion? Like, what are your thoughts? I want the real truth. I want your opinion, you know? And I valued her. I trusted her was the big thing. I really, really trusted her. And it has only been good for me. You know what I mean? Like guys, I like to talk, right?
Shocking.
Crazy. I like to talk. I like to chit chat away. So for me, for somebody like me who, like I need that outlet. Again, it's not for everybody. And I know a lot of people are like, I can never do that. I totally get it. You go to therapy, don't go to therapy, whatever, help, you don't need help. Everybody has their own path. I can only speak for myself. It has been literally life-changing for me.
Well, I mean, that's a long time for that. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, she's a major part of your life. Then.
She is a major part of my life. Like when, you know, my wife knows her, you know, and then that kind of led to, so yeah, anyways, my wife and I.
Is that the same? You don't go to the same one?
No, okay. No, for our couples.
That's a specialty, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Different, yeah. Interesting.
Exactly, yeah. And it works for us. And like, here's the thing. Like, I think people, you know, whenever I go to a wedding or I see people that are getting married, when I met my wife, I was freaking head over heels. I was like lost in that, like, you know what I mean? It was like zero question. This is like, I was so obsessed in a good way, not in a scary way, in a healthy way.
I'm watching you outside the window.
I see you.
Put the lotion.
Why are you picking nose? It's because you don't love me. Just like weird, you know, start to get like, I don't know what that was. But I wasn't that. And then she also, it was reciprocated, right? Like we were just so in each other. But that's how we started. You know what's crazy is like after 3 years, that goes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes and
Comfortable with each other.
you get comfortable. And what are you left with? It's like, okay, like I can hang out. We laugh. Like it just changes. You know what I mean? It really changes. What we found was that we got to a point where it got hard for us to communicate for whatever reason, you know? And the answer for us was, let's get a third party in. Let's try something different, because what we're doing, because we wanted to make it work. Like we had an honest conversation. Like, do we want this to work? Or like we had that conversation. Do we want this or do we not want this? Like, first of all, do we want this to work?
Yeah, because why go through all of it if you're really not invested
if you're
in
just
it.
like checked out and done, you know? And I was like, no, I want to make this work. And she was like, I do too. Okay, cool. That's first step. So next, I think we need to let's go to counseling. And she was down and I was down, and it's like, it's been the best thing for us, you know? I got a few things, you know, I got a few issues, Trace. That's not even the end of it. Like there's so many other things that I have issues with, but as you know,
I know.
But this is just, you know, this is just kind of one of the, in the end, like everybody has their own, challenges and their own issues and their own way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got problems. Yeah. I've got problems. Tracy's got problems. Tracy's biggest problem is Greg and I. It's one of our problems.
Working on getting rid of that.
But you guys have problems. And I think the important thing is like everybody's different.
Yeah.
What is your way of resolving those issues? You know, what's going to work for you?
Right. You know, I like that because everybody does have issues. And that's the one thing that used to drive me crazy about my husband is he would be like, I don't understand. No one else is dealing with this stuff. And I said, Stan, everybody's dealing with it.
Everybody.
You don't just walk up to someone and they go, do you? He's like, well, no.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, everybody's dealing with something. They do the exact same thing that we do is they go out, they smile, and they're nice to everybody.
That's exactly correct.
You know?
But the reality is everybody has some challenge or some problem that is really going on. Nails for You by D. Most professionals are scared to say something like that, but some people need it to get on track. I get some of that advice, and it was the best advice I've ever had. It's the same with me. Nails for You by D. I totally, you know, I think that's why you a lot of therapists, you know, will kind of just float and they'll ask the questions so that you can kind of figure it out. And that does happen, actually.
That would never happen with me. I'd still don't know.
I don't know. I asked, like, I'm kind of person that like, so like the first step for me is like trust, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. Not as much anymore. I'll be honest with you. Like I think 5 years ago, I was like so guarded, man. But I'm way more willing to like, hey, let's try this out and then let's build the trust together. But once there's a trust for me, it's like it's done. You know, it's like I'm off to the races. And in this case with the therapist, it was like, I trust you. What do you think? I want your opinion.
Yeah, I trust you and
blah. God, exactly. But my therapist also has like just kind of a sick sense of humor, a dark sense of humor.
It's perfect.
I love her.
You would
She's
need
the
that
best.
though.
I absolutely need that.
To get you. Does she have to cut you off though?
Sorry, Acidicles. Are we doing nails today or is this therapy, y'all, today?
Therapy.
Sorry, I know.
I do have something today.
Oh,
I need
yes.
help with color.
Oh.
So I have 2 colors I want you to look at and tell me if you like them.
Okay, we're talking to the chat.
Yeah.
Or are you talking to me?
Both.
The chat.
All of it.
Okay, let's,
All
guys.
of the above.
And, okay. Wait, I want to see this. Killer Bunny Nails. I love that you're so open and honest about going to therapy. A lot of people like to keep it hush-hush and pretend they don't have any issues, but everyone does. Killer Bunny Nails, that's not even the end of my issues. Like, one of these times on the chat, we'll go into some other stuff. Trust me, I got some issues. You like that, Trace? I broke it down. 4 parts. That's how much issues I got. It breaks down into 4 parts. Anyway, some nails? Some color?
I want what y'all think.
Okay. And is this for maybe an upcoming that we might release? Okay, guys, if you could give us your take on these colors that we're going to show you, we'd love to get your opinion, because this is something that we might release.
I think you have the tips.
I have the tips? Wait, you're going to do it? I'm going to do it. You're going to do it? I'm going to do it.
Let's go with you doing it.
You know what this is like, just really quick before we get into the nails? This is like, Tracy and I have this thing where we both walk up to a door, and I open the door, and I'm like, okay, go ahead. And she's like, no, you first. And I'm like, you first. She will not move. It becomes a game of like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Most of the time, she wins. I'm just like, she's literally not going to move, so I have to go. That's what you're going to do, and I'm going to do it is, you're going to keep going until...
Yep.
But there's some days where I'm like, I'm ready to stand in front of that door.
And I know when those days are.
Yeah, and then
he gets this tone. I'm like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, she goes in. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna do overlay, right?
Yep.
If I can get this. Melt, little pearl, melt on the brush. Be so pretty when you fall down. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my rendition of
Christmas CD dropping at the end of the year.
Yes. Ooh, this is nice, Trace.
You like it?
Yeah. This is pretty. I like it.
Are you chicken pecking?
Am I chicken pecking? I don't know. You're asking. Okay, no more chicken pecking. Sorry, guys. I shan't not peck.
Shan't not?
Thy chicken, I will not peck. Pecking no more. If you're English, I am telling you, I'm so sorry for that awful accent. If you want to get me back, just throw some dudes and bros in the chat. And how's that, Trace? Is that not bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it, man. That's really, really nice.
What do you guys think?
Okay, let me get the other one.
Yep.
Oops. Okay. Oh, this is a little bit harder.
It's a little lower. Sorry.
A little bit lower. It's okay. 2, 3, 4. I love that. Greg showed me that. I'm telling you, Trace, that like. Uh-oh.
He taught you how to count? Have your brush off.
Oh, thanks. Yes, he did teach me how to count. He taught me just to like wait and let it set just a hair on the brush before laying it down. It's like kind of helped. You guys are good teachers. You teach me acrylic so nice. Make me do nails. And it's funsies.
Funsies.
It's getting weird. This Twitch stream is getting so... We're talking about therapy.
Dude, speaking of talking like to our spouses on the phone.
Yes.
My favorite thing is when Greg's wife calls.
Oh my God, Tracy does this to Greg. Greg can...
Every time she calls, the first thing he says is, "Hey, babe."
Hey, babe.
And I can't help it.
Tracy
Every
does
time
it.
she calls, he goes, "Hey, babe." I go, "Hey, babe."
Every time.
Every time.
Okay, guys, what do you think of these? These are beautiful, Tracy.
I
Wow.
like the mocha kind of makeup.
Yeah,
one.
the mocha.
I love
Yeah,
that one.
it's beautiful. These are
It's hard to see on
gorge.
camera, huh?
It's let me see if I can get a little. Oh, let me do this. Let me try to use this. Guys, what do you think of these? I hope I did them okay by
Yeah, look good.
you can see them. And what are we doing with these, Trace? What's the deal with these colors?
limited time, and they'll be in the 45 gram.
Glitter's too big. Said no one ever. Miss Diamond 611. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Yes, love. Created by Cooper. You're on the fence. Oh, new kit. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Ooh, JP5490 now following. What up? Thank you for following. Rita74, I'm in love. Looking like champagne. I'm gonna need one after this therapy session.
Nice.
That's hilarious. Sorry, Ms. One Ink Thurbell. I'm sorry, but that is hilarious. I love these, Trace. These are really, really pretty. Can you throw some top coat on that?
Yep. After they dry.
I want to see him shinies. JD Clance 1, I need those. Shawnee Starfire, love them. Awesome. Yeah, Champagne Showers. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of a cool name.
Yeah, I like that.
Should that be the name?
I think so.
I think you might have just named.
What about the pink, guys?
What about the pink? What do you guys think? Or mocha champagne? Is that?
I like it.
Or champagne showers? Oh, look at that, dude. Yeah, see top coat. Can you show, Trace? Yep. Oh, you're gonna cure it first?
Just show it wet?
Yeah.
They get the same idea.
Yeah, check it out, just real quick. Look at that. A top coat is makes all the biff. Sorry, I have to rhyme sometimes, guys. Sometimes I got to rhyme and steal.
And while we're asking about it, we might as well ask about the other two. Those are gels.
These are gels?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what do you guys think of those? These are acrylics, the mocha and the pink. And then what color would you call that, Trace, on the gel?
On the gel?
Yeah.
You got like a galaxy look going on, and then you have like a tangerine.
Tangerine. Love it. Buttes, Magoots. Those are gorgeous.
Cool.
I really, really like them. I like the name Champagne Showers. That might be it. And love the mocha. Yeah. Created by Cooper. We'll be buying. Lucid Dreams.
Ooh,
the pink for the pink. That's freaking cool. I love these names,
Champagne
man. Greg, he's
what
just dying.
What do you say?
He's just laughing because I forgot what we said. I
Hey,
think
babe.
we're making. Yeah, hey babe. That's what it was.
Easy.
Hello. So are these
This cell.
this month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you didn't know, now you know.
I actually have the colors for next month too, but we're not going to show you those.
We have a sale next month too. So if
always
you
have
didn't know, now you know.
Next sale.
Next sale. Okay, that's
Whenever
what you said.
that is.
Okay, I blew it then. I said this month. There's a sale this month. Shh. You guys heard it here. I think we're not gonna release that until next week or this Saturday, probably.
This Saturday.
Yeah,
We'll have to
probably.
be this Saturday.
Yeah, we'll do it this Saturday. But
Not,
you guys
not the
now
sale,
know.
but the release of the date.
The date. And these are going to be the two new colors that we're going to be releasing. So our goal is every month we want to launch something new. I had a conversation with Greg and Tracy yesterday about really getting even more aggressive with this. And obviously, Greg and Tracy do all the product development. So they were excited. I know Greg was too, because dude, I used to be in the mindset years ago where I'd be like, no new products, bro. I'm such an idiot.
Dude, you were.
I was hardcore.
It was hard to get anything through. And especially like an in and out. That wasn't even.
No, and I'll explain why. I was really handcuffed by like that distribution model because it was such a risk. Because if we came out with a new product and they took it and maybe they ordered some, they didn't order that many. It was such a risk and we'd end up with inventory. Yeah. We don't have that problem anymore.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't realize that these big distributions too are like, and not only are we not ordering anymore, you're stuck with all the inventory. We want you to take it all back.
Take it all back. Exactly.
Yeah, it's awful.
Awful. Today, thanks to you guys. Seriously. I mean that. Thanks to you guys. We don't have to even think about whether the big multi-chain distributors are going to take the product or not. We don't care. Because we can come out with something. We can offer new. We can do smaller runs if we want. They always sell out. And we just bring them directly to you guys every single time. And we can move quick. I don't have to wait and like fly out to frickin' Texas or Florida and like pitch and then 8 months in advance.
If you get a pitch meeting.
If you get a pitch meeting, it's like, no, you know what? We can just do this now and launch it. And as fast as we want to go, we can go. And that's the beauty of what we do today. That's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of Twitch. That's the beauty of building our community like we're doing here with you guys on Twitch, which is huge.
Sweet freedom.
Yeah, no, we really, really appreciate you guys. So, yeah, Greg, idiot. See what I'm saying?
I'm an idiot.
We had a different business model. We really, really did. It was so hard.
But you had to. I mean, even stuff like, I remember this is one of my favorite experiences when we were getting out of the big distribution. Not that we're not still in it, but took more control of it.
Totally.
Is them coming by the booth and they're like, oh, you rebranded. I'm like, yeah, isn't it cool? Well, no one told us. I'm like, yeah, but it looks so good, right? Because before, like, literal rebranding, they had a decision in that.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't change your jars. You couldn't change your logo. Like, they wanted, well, we don't want that. How about you do this? Like, I'm sorry, when did your name get on the business?
Well, remember when we launched dip powder, right? Like, like we had this much say in it, and they had all the say in it, you know? And it was insane. It was totally insane. This is what I can say today. The relationship that we have with big distributors is great.
Perfect.
And it's exactly where it needs to be. They carry a few SKUs. If you need something in a pinch, you know, one of our, like a nail liquid or a clear powder or a protein bond, you can get it at these locations, which is great. They're happy. We're happy. The relationship is exactly where it needs to be. But the beautiful part is we are no longer controlled by anybody. We control, and this is kind of the message that we try to bring to any business, any person out there, any nail community, nail tech. If you're building your own business, like, you can do the same thing. You know, we did it, and we try to show you that through our social media classes, through our content, even through doing this. You know, just like turn the cameras on and we go, and we just experiment in the process, and we try to create content. But most of all, this allows us to bring so much newness. You guys don't even know what's coming. I'm telling you right now, you don't even know, like, there's so much on my mind. And like yesterday, the conversation with Greg and Tracy, it was like, more products, more. Like, I literally am on the opposite end of the spectrum now. I want to do daily launches, weekly launches.
Dude, we got to plan ahead a little bit.
I know.
There's jars, there's material.
Like, I want to do like daily deals maybe, or weekly deal, whatever it is, you know, or weekly new products, and just kind of test it out and see. I want to bring you guys so much stuff. So outside of therapy sessions, which we'll keep doing as well.
Those are important too.
Yes. Thank you, Acidicles, Forever Young. I want to be Forever Young Nails. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rock Me My Nails. So excited. Thank you. We are too. We're super excited. Man, that was so much fun today. I will tell you this. In the future, we're going to do probably a little bit longer streams, right, Ramon? We're going to start to kind of push these out a little bit and spend a little bit more time with you guys. That's coming probably in the next couple months. And I'm really excited because I can freaking do this all day, man. I can sit here and I could do this all flippin' day. Created by Cooper. Thank you for that. I tell everyone, young nails, don't waste your money on anything else. That's really like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no bigger compliment than that. Like, because I know when I believe in something,
all in.
When I believe in something, like, I would tell, if anybody asked me about a water bottle, I'm going to like, dude, don't waste your money. Like, get this. It's because I love it and I believe in it. So the fact that you recommend it to somebody means the same thing. Like, that's huge. I can't even tell you that. Created by Cooper. How about a monthly subscription box? We're talking about it. We're talking about it. So, no, not therapy. Would you ever create a poly gel? Well, we actually have gel in a tube. Our experience with a poly gel chemistry, right, that's out there is not up to our standards right now. Part of the issues that we see is that they break easy. They're just not as durable as we'd like to be. So, but we're working on it. Like, in terms of like that type of technology, right now we have our gels in a tube for like a better experience, a delivery method. Yeah, easy application. But in terms of that chemistry, it's just not up to our standards yet. You know, it's just our opinion. You know, we just don't like the current technology for like that that polygel type of product, but you know, I know there's people that like it, and that's totally cool. But it's just not for us yet, but we're always looking into it more. Bling away, precision applicator forever. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Excited to talk more therapy, maybe do some more nails. Regardless,
maybe, if we get to it.
We'll be chatting, chatting, and probably doing some nails. Maybe we'll play with those colors tomorrow.
Sounds
Grace?
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe the gel mixed ones just for funsies.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, cool. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching these highlights from our Twitch stream. To talk to us live on Twitch, join us Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings. Come hang with us. We love engaging with you and talking with you in the chat. It's at Young Nails Inc. on Twitch.